in Pidexx. Um, I don't have actually have it hooked up on there. I'm just gonna kind of go through it, which a lot of it's pretty basic. I'll go through the connection of everything, which is probably more complicated than what we're going to be doing now. So we're going to be using Pidexx, so we can go ahead and double click and open that up. You'll get a message after you open it up on there to start Pidexx. So we're going to click on that. When it's still kind of loading in the back, I always like to wait to be done. Okay, that loads up there. And we're going to click on up on the top here. I don't know why this happens sometimes, but sometimes these buttons on the top here, they don't show up. So just know that what we're going to be doing here is we're going to be creating a new flyer first. I'm going to show you how to do that. So in order to do that, we're going to be, if you had multiple ones here, you click on the one that you want to put the member on. So we're going to do Untitled Pigeon Club, and then we're going to put the flyer under here, okay? Now if you notice, I don't have a fancier number 1 or 2, so we can start with that along with the name. So the fancier number will be 1, and then the name we're just going to use John Smith, and the name on the clock is John Smith. Now you can fill in all this other stuff in here if you choose to do so. I'm not going to do that because it's not pertinent to what we're doing. So then I'm going to click on the insert one, and it says save. So now he shows up on there. So once he's on there, now we could actually start linking birds to him, okay? And to do that, I usually do that on the third tab in here. So we're going to go down to Untitled Pigeon Club for the club, and then they put on here, here's John Smith here, okay? So now when you go to create the birds, the flyer then usually will be giving you a list of all his birds. And of course, the nice thing about it is if they give you the list in like band number orders from lowest to highest, it's a lot easier to create that in there. Of course, if it's like a excuse me, a young bird season, there's probably going to be birds missing. So one of the features in here that you can do is create a range of birds, but because the colors are all different and this and that, sometimes it's just easier to just create birds one at a time as you do it, because to double click and change a bunch of stuff, it actually takes longer. So I'm just going to create like 5 birds on here just to show you, how to do it. So once you're under him, you're going to click on the pigeon button down here because you have no other choices to do because he has no birds there. Click on that. Now it's going to come up with insert new pigeon. The country, most all of them, if they're flying in the AU, is going to be an AU bird. If this is a young bird, like we're doing now in this particular year, 2015, will be 15. Let's say it's an MRP bird. And the band number is 0200. It's a cock, and it's a blue bar, and we're going to click the disc. Now see, it adds it in there. There's no chip there yet. We will go back and link a chip to it after after we create it. Now you can go back in there. Now sometimes it's really nice in there once you start creating stuff in there. You see how it keeps the AU, the 15, and the MRP there. So now all you need to do is put the next chip in there, let's say, and it's a cock, and we'll do a blue bar splash, and we'll add that one. And we'll go back and add again. This time let's change the club to a Fond du Lac bird, and this one is 5502, and that one is a black bird. Okay. And we're going to go back in there, and we'll go back. This is an Oshkosh bird, and this is 0324. Okay. And it's another blue bar. And we'll add one more in there. And this will be a VC bird. And that will be 0004. And blue bar. Of course, like I said, I'm making all this up, so it's no biggie. But now, once you get these created in here, you will need to hook up that flyer's clock to the system where the clock's going to the club system to the computer. You will click on this little readout clock here. All of the birds that are in the clock will display in this right box arrow. And then as you link these 5 birds and give them chips, okay, you will see a button show up in here, a pigeon with a green chip. And you will click in there and click that, and then you can take the chip, which I put in an envelope, over the antenna, and it will link 0004 to that chip, and 0200 to that chip, and 0205, And in the meantime, it will automatically dump them into the clock. And then they're good to go. You'll give those chips to the flyers. They will put the chips on the birds, and they will be all good to go. So I hope that helps you on here on how to do that. That does not hurt anything that I've created a flyer and it sits there and we don't actually have a John Smith or anything. So hopefully that helps, and thanks for watching.